What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 25 of our Cincinnati Bengals franchise. We are a quarter away from 100 episodes. Can you guys believe that? Halfway till 50. I don't know if we're ever going to reach that. Maybe in February if we keep this thing rolling out well into the actual NFL playoffs. But guys, we have opening week here at Paul Brown Stadium for the Cincinnati Bengals against the Cleveland Browns. So the battle for Ohio, part number 3, right? So we played them twice last season. Now we're kicking the regular season off for 2019 against interstate rival Cleveland Browns. We got Baker Mayfield here throwing the football for the Browns. He definitely took a step forward for them after Tyrod Taylor was the starter to start off the year, and then Mayfield, kind of like in real life, is kind of taking over that job, and obviously he is named the starter here to start 2019. But he's going to have to go up against the Cincinnati defense, who was actually ranked in the top 5 against the rush and against the pass last season. And honestly, it's a pretty good unit. I mean, we just added some pieces here. You see Tyrell Dodson, the linebacker out of Texas A&M, making a pretty big play there on third down to stop the Browns' offensive attack. And then we also added this guy, Kendall Sheffield, cornerback from Ohio State. And he's going to be playing a lot of dime coverages, maybe a little bit of nickel here every now and then, but definitely one of our better kick returners and punt returners. He's so fast. He's got so much agility. He's definitely going to be our guy back there. And you guys could see how dynamic he is with the football in his hands. So we are going to be trying to utilize Joe Mixon a lot more this season for sure. In his third year as a pro, definitely have to get him more involved in the offense. But check this out. What a goofy looking play. I mean, this is the type of all Madden stuff that happens a lot in all Madden difficulty. The game just tries to cheese you, right? Let's slow this down. So Ogunjobi, look at that. He didn't even make the tackle yet, but somehow Dalton, I don't understand what happened there. The pass got deflected somehow. I don't get it. So regardless, Jamie Collins comes up with the interception, so it's going to be Cleveland Brown football here. Josh Gordon making a catch there on William Jackson. That's going to be an interesting matchup to watch in this one for sure. Cleveland already inside the 15-yard line of Cincinnati's side here, and Carl Lawson coming in with the big-time sack. It's going to be 3rd and 12. Carlos Dunlap is actually hurt for the next couple weeks, so we got Carl Lawson and Jordan Willis going to be manning the right end duties. We'll sometimes see Sam Hubbard going in there too as well. Look at the run blocking here, the guys. Joe Mixon busting it all the way to the left. Little fake move right there. He's going to break another tackle, and he's going to be up to 3 rushes for 55 yards right now. So well over a lot of the production that he had last season. He's already got that here in today's game. So here's a little toss play on the 24-yard line. There's going to be a face mask called, so we're going to get an extra 15 yards on top of that rush, which didn't really net us anything, really. So count it for 15 yards moving forward here. 1st and 10 and a sack. A sack on Andy Dalton. I believe that's Myles Garrett. Yes, it is. We actually put protection over to that left side, but still Garrett was able to take care of business and clean up that play. And then we see another sack. So Nate Solder's side and Ben Schwal side, I mean, 2 additions that we had on that right side of the line just can't hold their blocks there. And look at this play. Into coverage, looking for Tyler Boyd. Unable to come up with the catch. Got to settle for a field goal. So it's going to be 3-3, Cleveland, Cincinnati. We got a holding call here on 2nd and 9. So it's going to be actually 2nd and 19 after this penalty is upheld. And guys, 3rd and 18 actually, because they did pick up a yard on that 2nd and 19, and they're going to throw it underneath to David Njoku, who's not going to get anything. So Cincinnati gets the football back. So pretty tightly contested game here, guys, is what I was trying to say earlier. Definitely have to be utilizing the run game, like I mentioned in the pregame, because Joe Mixon obviously looks like he's going to be able to manhandle this Cleveland Browns defensive line. Look at Andy Dalton here throwing a little comeback route on the run. So I like what I see there. Gotta get Dalton out of the pocket a little bit more. Maybe try to move him around as well, because last season and even in the early part of this game, you know, this Browns defensive front is they're not showing very well against the run, but against the pass, I mean, they're getting some pressure on us. Here's a little toss over there to Joe Mixon on the right side. He's going to pick up a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be 3rd and 2, and we're going to pick up the first down. So Joe Mixon, guys, is coming out to ball today. We got, you know, those new additions there on the line. So I like what I see there, but look at this. Again, against the pass, the Browns defensive line seems to play better. I mean, look at this. Totally just manhandled Billy Price. I don't even know how that it was possible, physically possible, but then again, Madden cheese. 3rd and goal here on the 7-yard line. We're looking to shoot into the end zone here. Dalton fires to Tyler Boyd, trying to look for that in route or slant route up the middle. Not going to be good enough for the touchdown. It's going to be 4th and goal on the 2. So we're actually going to try to go for this thing just because Mixon had been running the ball so well early on. And look, he's got a lane, but a great play there by Kirksey. Great play there by Kirksey. Unreal, guys. So cannot capitalize, but on the 1-yard line, because that's where we left them off, look at this. Derek Johnson, the free agent veteran signing for the 1-year deal, comes through big here. We got a baseball score, 5-3. Cincinnati here with the football back after the safety, shooting for John Ross deep, and what a play. What a play there by cornerback to stop him from getting into the end zone, but even better play by John Ross to get that catch. That's unreal. He just tossed it right up there for him. Made a great play. Tyler Kroft in with the drag route, touchdown. Simple throw for Dalton. Good throw for Dalton. It's going to be 12-3. Second quarter, 40 seconds left after this sack. And then when Cincinnati gets the football back after that sack, we get a field goal. So it's going to be 15-3 at the end of the half. So a pretty weird score. Obviously, when you throw safeties into the game, you're always going to get that weird-looking score. But look at the yards per play. We're actually doubling the Browns up right now. They have 3.6. We have 7.2, right? So here we are, third quarter, start of, and a nice little pitch and catch there by Landry and Mayfield. And then off the slant route, Landry's in for a touchdown. So if you guys have him on your fantasy team, obviously he's doing pretty good for you. So it's going to be 15-10. Again, a really odd score. Kind of a situation where even if we get a field goal here, it's a one score, then a 2-point conversion lead. So, I mean, I like where we're at still. So, you know, touchdown or field goal is going to help us here. But incomplete pass to A.J. Green. Now here's a complete pass to Tyler Kroft, but a penalty flag is going to get thrown. And it's obviously going to be coming back. So it's a holding call. I believe this is on Billy Price. Clint Bowling gets called with the hold. 44-yard line here. 3rd and 13. So I like the verticals. I like that Seattle type of route, but, you know, Green's not open, so we're going to try to fire to John Ross and Andy Dalton. Really let it go on that throw. That rhymed, actually, guys. But nothing doing there. So William Jackson tries to go for the interception off of Josh Gordon, but it's not going to happen. He was just way too far out. So Gordon's actually going to have to leave the game with a back injury, with an apparent back injury, and I don't think he returns. So here's Mayfield on 3rd and 5, and nobody's covering him. Jackson and Carl Lawson tried to chase him down, just could not do it. So he picks up the first down. Here's a new situation, 2nd and 1. Duke Johnson Jr. coming in, trying to get that first down. Darqueze Dennard makes a nice play from the other side of the field, gets in on the tackle. That's not a matchup that you like, is Dennard on Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson's like a matchup nightmare. But look at this. Here's Malik Jefferson and Dre Kirkpatrick teaming up for that gang tackle, and Johnson's going to get stopped yet again and cannot pick up that much-needed yard. So Dalton and the Cincinnati offense comes back out on the field. Cleveland kicks that field goal. It's going to be 15-13. We are up 2, and this pass complete to John Ross. John Ross is balling out this season. I can feel it, guys. He's going to actually take a big step forward. I really believe that. 1st and 10 on a little handoff here, and Mixon with the spin, with the busting off the tackle there. He's already up to 90-plus yards right there late here in the third quarter. Here's another off-tackle type of play, a power play. And Mixon, yet again, going to pick up a big chunk of change. He's going to be over 107 yards now on 11 carries. So I like what this offensive line, this newly revamped offensive line, has been able to do for our offense. It's definitely been able to get us away from being one-dimensional. We got two facets of the game now that we can really utilize and use to our fullest potential here. Look at Joe Mixon again on this carry to the left. Like the zone blocking, the inside zone, it's all working right now on the ground. You would think with this play formation we'd try to be going on the ground, but look at Tyler Boyd in the back of the end zone. He's a touchdown machine, guys. I always look for him in the red zone. I really only look for Green and Boyd in the end zone because, you know, they can make those tough contested catches. Sometimes Croft, maybe Uzoma in the long run, but again, I'm more comfortable right now with AJ Green and Tyler Boyd. So we get a nice stop there on defense yet again. It's going to be 22-13. If this kick is good, which it looks like it's curving to the left, it just squeaks into that little corner pocket of that field goal post. It's going to be 22-16. We're only up 6. So Joe Mixon busting it to the left, to the outside. And look at, guys, Joe Mixon makes a man miss, and he's gone. A touchdown, huge run, huge play. Again, guys, this run blocking is doing great. Great job here. Shuffling some guys around, using those 3 tight end sets. I like what I'm seeing. It is the Cleveland Browns, though. We do have to keep things into perspective, but it's going to be 28-16. We're up 12. If we get a 2-point conversion here, we'll be up 2 scores, 2 touchdowns. It basically put the game out of reach for Cleveland with 5 minutes to go, but we don't get it. So we're actually going to still be up 12, and we see that Jesse Bates just could not get there in time. Jaquan Johnson kind of let that coverage go a little bit. He's still got to work on those on that zone coverage a little bit. But Duke Johnson Jr. gets this catch up the middle for a nice catch. And then look at this. Jarvis Landry with the one-handed catch with a tippy toe out of bounds on the out route. Gotta love it. You gotta love it. Even if you're not rooting for Jarvis Landry or the Browns, you got to appreciate really good plays by good players. So now, only being up 5, we definitely have to be killing this clock here. 1:55 left to go. And we're actually throwing to try to move the football because against that defensive front, it didn't look like that wasn't conducive to running here. And look at this. Joe Mixon again making people miss with his elusiveness. Cleveland is now out of timeouts. 1:45 left to go. Big time first down. Got to get it. And Mixon, with 1:38 left to go, it's going to be 2nd and inches. And guys, we kneel down. It's a W. The Cleveland Browns drop this one at Paul Brown Stadium to your Cincinnati Bengals. Look at the rushing yards and the passing yards. I kind of like that balance. I'd like maybe if it was flipped a little bit, right? I guess it doesn't matter, right? I mean, we're going to win the game regardless after you have those types of numbers offensively, right? But normally you see more passing versus rushing yards. So we can see the kick return yards. Kendall Sheffield had a pretty good game as well. We got to clean up the penalties, though. That's a big time thing for me. You can't give up all those penalties and the yardage if you want to continue to have success winning football games. So we see that Andy Dalton didn't have too bad of a game. Again, like I said, I would have liked better. Joe Mixon just absolutely went crazy. And honestly, there was no need to pass today when Joe Mixon was just doing work. Only allowed 2 sacks. It's actually Solder and Benz Schwal right there. The 2 guys that I added, of course. Everybody else on the left seemed to do pretty good. Defensively, Carl Lawson with a sack and a half, total 4 tackles. Sean Williams actually had a great game, 9 tackles. Darquez Denard, Jaquan Johnson stepped up big time, had 4 tackles right there. Dodson had 2 pass deflections. I mean, the rookies, the young guys are coming through for this team, and the veterans are starting to show their presence as well. I really like the way that this Bengals team is looking here for 2019. So, guys, I'll actually go ahead and show you the schedule of what we're looking like, and we'll take a look at jersey sets as well. All right, guys, so obviously a big win for your Cincinnati Bengals here. Just taking a look at the schedule upcoming, kind of plan out our jersey sets, right? Yeah, we got to plan these things out here. What makes the most sense? So here's just a quick rundown of who we got. and I will leave you guys with this. So make sure you leave a like if you like this thing, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that red button for subscribe or my logo in the bottom right hand corner. And I will see you guys on Sunday with week number 2 action. And we're going up against the Jets at home. So luckily we have 2 games at home, then we got 2 games on the road at Miami, at Baltimore, and then it doesn't get any easier with the Patriots, Rams, and Steelers before our bye week. So it's going to be a tough road to hoe here in the next 7 weeks, really, honestly. Pretty easy up front, right? But pretty hard in the back end through 7 weeks. So we'll see how we fare against the Jets on Sunday. I'll see you guys then, as always.